Hello, students. So we'll be discussing your CET paper that you wrote just recently. The topics are vectors and application of derivatives, with vectors being a very high weightage topic. So it's an easy, straightforward paper, CET, as expected. Let's get started. They're asking, they're given 4 points here, and they're asking whether they are coplanar or collinear. So obviously, how to go ahead with this? If there are 4 points, all we do is to check for coplanarity. We find out the first vector like this. Let me call this as A, B, C, D. So I find out AB, I find out AC, and I find out AD. And if the determinant of AB, AC, AD is 0, then it is coplanar. Otherwise, it is not coplanar. So let's find out what is AB. When I subtract first and second, I'll get 0. Here also 0. And 2j cap I'll get. So I'll put 2 here. Then when I subtract first with the third, I will end up getting 12, then minus 4, and 3. And when I subtract first with the last, I'll get minus 8, then 6, and then minus 2. So now, how to calculate the determinant? The determinant is simply minus 2 into this into this minus this into this. So you'll see it's like minus 24 plus 24. So since the determinant is 0, it is coplanar, straightforward. Second question is based on the formula cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is 1. And they have given already alpha and beta both are 45 degree. So 1 by root 2 whole square, which is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus cos square gamma equals 1. So cos gamma should be 0. That means angle is pi by 2. Third one, please remember, whenever you see mod A plus B, you should use parallelogram law. What is mod of A plus B? Root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So this whole thing is given as 20. And they are asking us to find out mod of A minus B. Matlab, root of A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. So let's first find out how much is 2AB cos theta. So when I square on both sides, I'll end up getting A is 11, B is 23. So I'll get 121 and 23 square is 529 plus 2AB cos theta is 20 square. 20 square is 400. So I'll end up getting 2AB cos theta as 529 and 121 is like 530 and 120, which is 650. So 400 minus 650. So I'll get minus 250. So 2AB cos theta is minus 250. So when I substitute that here, minus 2AB cos theta will become minus of minus 250. So it will become 650 plus 250. Right here in this, it was 650 minus 250. Now it's going to become 650 plus 250, which is root 900. So that is 30. So it's an easy question. Next one. They're saying these two vectors, there are two vectors, and they're saying if the lengths are equal, So what is the length? Length of this, right, would be root of p square plus 3 square plus 4 square. So if I square the length, I'll get p square plus 25. That is the square of the length of the first vector. And that should be equal to, here when I find the length will be root of q plus 25. So 25 gets cancelled. So I'll get p square is equal to q. Now, isn't this looking like x square is equal to y? And what is y is equal to x square? It's a parabola. How many points are there on the parabola? Infinite. So the answer here is there are infinitely many pairs. Next one. If the vectors AB is given, AC is given, they're asking the median through A. Here, one trick that I follow generally is I'll assume that the position vector of A is the origin itself. And why do I do that? I'll tell you the reason. They have given AB and AC, right? And the median is going to pass through the midpoint. So they're asking length of the median. So if I assume A as origin, what is vector AB? Vector AB is nothing but OB minus OA. If I assume OA as origin itself, so AB becomes equal to OB. So that means this point is directly going to become minus 3, 0, 4. And this point is going to become 5, minus 2, 4. So the midpoint of this will be, if you use the midpoint formula, it will be 1, minus 1, 4. And now when you use the distance formula, you'll end up getting root of 1 square plus 1 square plus 16, which is root 18, which is 3 root 2. It's an easy one. What about the sixth question? So again, moment you see mod of A plus B, you should use the parallelogram law. So mod of A plus B is nothing but root of A square. So when I square this, I'll get 27 plus B square, which is 16, plus 2 root 2 into AB, 2 into 3 root 3 into 4 into cos theta. Right, so when the roots get cancelled, so when I take this to the other side, I'll end up getting minus 36 is equal to minus 36 is equal to how much is this? 2 into 12 root 3 cos theta. So 12 ones are, 12 threes are, and root 3 you get cancelled. So I'll end up getting cos theta is minus root 3 by 2. That means theta is 150 degrees. So again, a direct question. Seventh one. They're saying area of a parallelogram with A and B as adjacent sides. So when A and B are adjacent sides, area of parallelogram is mod A cross B. And they are saying mod A cross B is 15. Now they are asking, what is the area of parallelogram whose adjacent sides are this? Right? So I have to take cross product of both. So when I try to take cross product of both, let's see what we get. We know that A cross A and B cross B are zeros. So I'll only look at A cross B. So that will give me 9 times A cross B plus 2 times B cross A. And remember, B cross A is negative of A cross B. So I'll end up getting 7 times A cross B. Now I'll have to take the magnitude of this. So A cross B ka magnitude is already known, 15. So 7 into 15, which is 105. So eighth question, very similar to the third question where we figured out what is theta, right? And the cos theta, 2ab cos theta, right? So quite easy, this one. So you should remember, whenever A and B are unit vectors and the resultant is also unit vector, I remember it directly. Theta angle between both vectors is 120. So angle between vector A and B is 120. That means angle between A and minus B will be 60 degrees, because minus B means it's in the opposite direction. Either you solve using the same method as question 3, or you remember this. Whenever A and B are unit vectors, matlab magnitude is 1, and resultant also magnitude is 1, means angle between A and B is 120. So between A and minus B will be 60. So then now if you use the formula root of A square plus B square plus 2AB into cos 60. Cos 60 is half. So the answer will be root 3. Again, quite easy. Ninth question. A unit vector perpendicular to two vectors. So how to find a vector perpendicular to both? Just take cross product. So let us directly take cross product. I cross I is 0. So I cross k. I cross k is minus j. And j cross I is, I cross j is k. So j cross I is minus k. And j cross k will be plus I. So this is what I get. I cap minus j cap minus k cap, right? Or in other words, so because it's a unit vector they're asking, I have to divide this whole thing by root 3. Are there any options? If there are no, then try to multiply this with minus 1 and see if there are any options. At least, is there any option like this where I'm just multiplying everything with minus 1, right? Because none of these options are there. This is a grace mark, right? This is a grace mark question. Now, how do we solve 10th one? 10th one again is a simple question. They have given a vector A plus vector 2b plus 3c is 0. And they're asking us to evaluate this. Right. So because most of the options are in terms of B cross C, right? So what we can do is, let's try to group these two and not disturb B cross C. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to write this as A cross B minus A cross C. The first and third term. Second term, I'll keep it as it is. Right? So now I will try to write A in terms of C and B. So what is A? A is simply minus 2B minus 3C. And here also I'll substitute same thing, minus 2B minus 3C cross C. And the third term, B cross C, will remain as it is. Now we know that B cross B is 0, right? So you'll only have C cross B. So I end up getting minus 6 times C cross B. And here C cross C is 0. So I'll have minus of minus plus. So plus 2 times B cross C, and then another B cross C. So did I make a mistake here? Minus 2B cross B is 0, minus 3 times, sorry, this is not minus 6, this is minus 3 times, right? So minus 3 times C cross B, minus 3 times C cross B, and then plus 2 times B cross C. So C minus C cross B is same as B cross C. So this will become 3 times B cross C. And then we have another 2 times B cross C and 1 time B cross C. So adding up to give us 6 times B cross C. Okay. This is again a direct question. 11th is again based on cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. So cos 150 is minus root 3 by 2. So when you square it, you will get 3 by 4. And cos 60 is half. So when you square it, you will get 1 by 4. So cos square gamma, adding up all of them should give 0. So again, we end up getting cos gamma is 0. That means gamma is 90 degrees. 12th one is a really very good question, and there's a very easy method to solve this. Whenever they say A, B, C are unit vectors, that means all of them have equal magnitude. And when whenever you hear A plus B plus C is 0, immediately you should understand vector A, vector B, vector C can form 3 sides of a triangle in cyclic order, because when you take them in cyclic order and add them, you come back to the same point. So combining these two conditions, on one hand, ABC forms a triangle, and on the other hand, they have equal lengths. So that means ABC is an equilateral triangle. So once you understand that this is an equilateral triangle, it becomes so easy. But there is a catch here. You should know what is the angle between A and B. Many students think because it's an equilateral triangle, angle is 60 degree. No, the angle between any two vectors is not 60, it is 120 degree. Why is it 120? Because how do we measure the angle between any two vectors? You'll have to make the tails coincide and then measure the angle. So, but here the head of one is coinciding with tail. So the way to measure the angle is you have to shift this parallel here like this and then measure the angle. So then you'll realize angle is 120. So once you realize angle is 120 degrees, it's so easy to solve this. What is A dot B? A dot B is mod A, which is 1, mod B, which is also 1. Mod A, mod B, both are 1. And cos 120, which is minus half. Similarly, here you'll have 2 into 1 into 1 into minus half. And similarly, 1 into 1 into minus half. So when you pull out minus half common, you'll get 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 6. 6 by half minus half. 6 into minus half, which is minus 3. Okay. So 13th is again an extension. I mean, it's exactly the same. If A, B, C are unit vectors and A plus B plus C is 0, angle between A and B is not 60 degrees, rather it is 120 degrees. Now they're asking, what can you comment about these vectors? So this is a standard result. If these three are coplanar, the determinant should be 0, 0, right? Now it's easy to understand that because the determinant is like this: x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3, x plus 4, x plus 5, then x plus 6, x plus 7, x plus 8. Now, when you subtract here, you'll get 3, 3, 3. And when you subtract here, subtract second row and third row, again you'll get 3, 3, 3. So when two rows become identical, determinant is 0. That means irrespective of the value of x, the determinant is 0. So the right answer is it's coplanar for all values of x. How do we proceed with the next question? They have given A, B, C, D are 4 points, and AB, let's assume AB is here in this direction, and DC is also in the same direction. That's why they're equal. Any two parallel vectors of equal magnitude, they're equal. Now, we can assume probably this to be a square also. So now they're asking what is AC plus BD. So let's look at AC. AC is in this direction. BD is in this direction. So it's easy to understand when I have two vectors like this, right? The resultant is going to come in this direction. Imagine you have a vector like this, vector like this. Where is the resultant going to come? It's going to come in this direction. So it is going to be along AD, right? So it's certainly going to be along AD or BC. So this is gone, this is gone. So the right answer is 2 times AD. Now, they're saying 17th one, these 3 points are collinear. Whenever they are collinear, when you subtract these two, right? Let's say this is A, B, C. So if they are collinear, you can say that AB should be lambda times AC. So what is AB? AB is nothing but 2i cap minus 8j cap. And AC is nothing but x minus 10i cap plus, or let's say BC. That will be better. BC. I'll take BC. It will be better. Lambda times BC. So BC will be x minus 12i cap plus 16j cap. So now, if one is lambda times the other, on comparing, it's easy that this by this should be equal to this by this. So that means x minus 12 by 2 must be 16 by minus 8. So then you'll get minus 2 here. When you cross multiply, you'll get minus 4. 12 minus 4, which is 8. So x has to be 8. Eighteenth question. They're saying this is the centroid. That means when I add A plus B plus C by 3, I should get this. Right? Because they're asking M value, we'll only focus on K cap. So this plus this K cap, and here there is no K cap, so 0. So that means M plus 1 divided by 3 is the total K cap. That should be 1. So M has to be then 2. It's again a straightforward one. So this one, again similar to what we previously did. So here they'll get 7 11s are, will give you 77, right? 77 A cross B and for 40 B cross A. So minus 40 A cross B. So that will give us 37 A cross B, and A cross B ka modulus is 20. So you'll end up getting 740. Again, a very easy, direct one. 20th question. They have given us what is A cross B. From this, find out mod A cross B, and then use the formula mod of A cross B is nothing but mod A mod B into sine theta. So mod of A cross B will be root 49 is equal to 2 into 7 into sine theta. So sine theta is half. So theta is 30 degrees. What about the 16th one? They're asking U cross V. So U cross V is simply going to be, I have to take cross product. A cross A is 0. So I'll get here A cross B minus B cross A, which is 2 times A cross B. And because they're talking about mod, I have to take mod here also. So it is going to be 2 times mod A mod B into sine theta. Now I can always write sine theta as root of 1 minus cos square theta. Isn't it? So now when I take this mod A mod B inside, I'll end up getting 2 times root of mod A mod B whole square minus mod A mod B cos theta whole square. Now mod A and mod B are given as 2. So I'll end up getting 2 times root of 2 into 2, which is 4, 4 square, which is 16, minus, now AB cos theta is nothing but A dot B. So it is 16 minus A dot B whole square. So that way we solve the first 20 questions. Let's now look at the remaining questions from application of derivatives. The 21st question, they're saying this curve passes through the origin. So whenever a curve passes through origin, C has to be 0, right? And they're saying tangents at minus 1 and 2 are parallel to x-axis. Matlab slope is 0. So let's differentiate. I get 6x square plus 2ax plus b. And then when you substitute minus 1, you'll end up getting 6 minus 2a plus b. That should be 0. And when you substitute 2, you'll end up getting 24 minus 4a plus b is 0. So now when you subtract both, you will end up getting 6 minus 24, which is minus 18, plus 2a equal to 0, isn't it? Have I made a mistake? 3, 2a. Yeah, so when I substitute x as 2, so 6 4s are 24. Okay. So C is 0, no doubt. And A, when we subtract here, let's say I subtract here. Substitute minus 1. Oh, okay. When we substitute minus 1, So let's look at this later. This is a direct module question. I think we made some simplification of it. Let's look at it. So this one again, the tangent at any point. So how to write equation of tangent? Y minus y1 is equal to dy by dx. Now how to find dy by dx? I'll write y as 25 by x. I'm bringing the x to the denominator. So dy by dx will be minus 25 by x square. Now tangent at x1, y1 will be minus 25 by x1 square into x minus x1. Now where does it cut the x-axis? So to find out where it cuts x-axis, you should put y as 0. So now when I put y as 0, I'll end up getting minus y1 into x1 is minus 25 into x minus x1. Now x1, y1 lies on the curve. So x1 into y1 will also be 25. So this 25 and 25 will get cancelled. Minus will get cancelled. I will end up getting x is equal to 2x1. And similarly, the y-intercept y will be 2y1. So now if a tangent is drawn, right, like this. What is area of the triangle formed between the coordinate axis and the tangent? It's half of base into height. So the answer would be half 2x1 into 2y1. But we already know x1, y1 is 25. So, and this 2 gets cancelled. I'll be left with 50 square units. 23rd is again a direct question from the module. Whenever you see f dash of alpha plus beta is equal to f dash alpha plus f dash beta, that means f dash is a linear function. So f dash is a linear function. So when you differentiate, if you get linear function, so original one should be a quadratic. So that means m, right, has to be 2. How to differentiate this? Dy by dx is 1 by secant x minus tan x into tan inverse ka derivative. So what is derivative of tan inverse x? 1 by 1 plus secant x minus tan x whole square into derivative of secant x minus tan x, which is secant x tan x minus secant square x. So now when you try to simplify, you will end up getting here when you expand secant x minus tan x. I'll look at this later. Equation of tangent to this curve at a comma a. So because the options are having n, right? 2 options. So let me assume n as 1. When I assume n as 1, the curve is x plus y is equal to 2a. Right? Or let's assume n as 2. So the curve is x square plus y square is equal to 2a square. Now this is equation of a circle. So for a circle, how to find equation of tangent at a comma a, replace x square with x exponent. So xa plus ya is equal to 2a square. So the a gets cancelled. The equation of tangent is x plus y is equal to 2a. That is the equation of tangent. 25th one. Divide 20 into two parts such that product of one part and the cube of the other is maximum. So there's a mistake here. This is 12 and 8. Okay. This is 15 and 5, 10 and 10. So then 2 and 18. So we have, let's say, x cube into 20 minus x, right? Let me call the second product of one part. One part is 20 minus x. So the other part is x. If one part is 20 minus x, other part is x. So x cube into 20 minus x, that has to be maximum. Or 20x cube minus x power 4 should be maximum. So when you differentiate, you'll get 60x square minus 4x cube should be 0. So you'll end up getting x as 15. So the two parts are 15 and 5. So now 27, 28, 29, 30. 4 questions. A circular sector of 60 meters with maximum area is to be constructed. So a sector, area of sector is given. That means half theta by 2 into r square should be maximum. The sector should be maximum and the perimeter of sector is given as 60. The perimeter of sector is nothing but r theta plus 2r. That's given as 60. So let's get an expression for theta. R theta is nothing but 60 minus 2r, or theta is 60 minus 2r by r. Now let's substitute that here. So 60 minus 2r by r into r square into half, right? This must be maximum. That means derivative of this should be 0. So when I expand, I'll get 60r minus 2r square by 2. This should be maximum. So derivative of this, that means 60 minus 4r should be 0. So r should be 15. The point on the curve y square is equal to x, where the tangent makes 45 degrees. So simple, just differentiate. Let's do dx by dy. What is dx by dy? It will be 2y. Now they have given dy by dx should be 1. So dx by dy is also 1. So 1 is equal to 2y. So y has to be half. Now, if y is half, substitute that here. So x will be 1 by 4. So the right answer is 1 by 4 comma half. And what is the maximum value of log x by x? So let's differentiate log x by x. When you differentiate, you will get 1 by x into x. Quotient rule. I'm differentiating log x and then multiplying with the denominator, minus, keep log x as it is and differentiate x, whole divided by x square. This thing should be 0. That means log x should be how much? Log x should be 1. So x has to be e. So when I substitute x as e, I'll end up getting log e by E. Log E is 1. So the answer is 1 by E. Next one. P is a point of contact of the tangent to the curve y is equal to log x. Length of perpendicular drawn from origin to the normal at P. So let's first find the equation of normal at P. And then the perpendicular from the origin, right? So the equation of normal is y minus y1 is equal to minus 1 by dy by dx. So now dy by dx is nothing but 1 by at x1 y1 is 1 by x1. So minus d1 by dy by dx will be minus x1 into x minus x1. So they're saying P is the point of contact of the tangent from the origin, right? So now we'll have to find out. This is the equation of normal. Now equation of tangent will be, this is equation of normal. Now the equation of tangent is y minus y1 is equal to 1 by x1 into x minus x1. Now they're saying P is the point of contact of the tangent from the origin. That means the tangent at P passes through the origin. That is another way of saying. So put x as 0, y as 0. When you do that, you'll end up getting minus y1 is equal to minus 1 or y1 is equal to 1. So once you know y1 is 1, substitute that in the equation of the curve. When you substitute that, you'll end up getting x1 is E. So now once you know x1 and y1, substitute that here to get the equation of normal. So what is the normal equation? Y minus 1 is equal to minus E into x minus E. Or I'll write it as Ex plus Y minus of E square plus 1 equal to 0. So this is equation of normal. Now, what is the perpendicular distance from origin? So if you have a line ax plus by plus c equal to 0, and if there's a point h comma k, how do you find the perpendicular distance? You put the point in the equation of the line. So mod of ah plus bk plus c divided by root of a square plus b square. So use the same technique here. So mod of e into 0 plus 0 minus of e square plus 1 whole divided by root of e square plus 1. So you'll end up getting e square plus 1 by root e square plus 1. So answer is root of e square plus 1. So now the two questions that was left, we'll take it up now. Twenty-fourth question. When we differentiated this, we got 1 by 1 plus secant x minus tan x whole square into derivative of secant x, which is this, and derivative of tan x, right? So now what we'll do, we'll write 1 as secant square minus tan square. So when you do that, when you write 1 as secant square x minus tan square x, you can further write it as secant x minus tan x into secant x plus tan x. So what will happen is we can pull out secant x minus tan x from the denominator outside, and you'll only be left with secant x minus tan x in the denominator, and in the first term you'll be left with secant x plus tan x, and second term, because it's a whole square there, 1 secant x minus tan x will remain, right? So tan x will get cancelled, and in numerator you can pull out secant x common. So I'll be left with tan x minus secant x. So tan x minus secant x will cancel with this and produce a -1, and secant x, and here you have 2 secant x. So they will get cancelled and you'll get a 2 in the denominator. So the final answer is -1/2. Now the 21st question, when we differentiate, we get 6x square plus 2ax plus b equal to 0. When I substitute -1, I'll get, the mistake that we made was here. The second equation, I think we messed it up. So the first equation, when you put -1, you'll end up getting 6 minus 2a plus b equal to 0. And in the second equation, when you put x as 2, you'll get 24 plus 4a plus b equal to 0. Now when you subtract, you'll end up getting 18 plus 6a equal to 0. So a is -3. So a being -3, there's only one option. Sorry, there are two options. So a is -3. So now substitute a is -3 in any of the equations. So if you substitute here, you'll get 24 minus 12 plus b should be 0. So b should be -12, right? So b also should be -12. So that's option A. So thank you, students, for your patient hearing. Hope this helps.